Big league politics. The United Nations released a new and rambling report to combat what the organization sees as hate speech on Saturday. In the memo on the plan was signed off on by organization Secretary General Antonio Guterres. The globalist organization was vague and unclear on what exactly they defined as hate speech, choosing to describe the phenomenon as phenomenon, right? No facts, right? Any kind of communication in speech, writing, or behavior that attacks or uses discriminatory language with reference to a person or a group on the basis of who they are. In other words, based on their religion, their nationality, their race, their color, their descent, or gender. Obviously, Western liberals would describe almost any form of right-leaning political speech or criticism of mass immigration as hate speech under the aforementioned description. The UN's memo tried to evade calling for explicit illegal criminalization of hate speech, but was clear that the global organization did in fact see certain forms of speech as criminal. Looks like the United Nations has a new globalist agenda this time to silence anyone who goes against the globalist agenda, but is calling it a global censorship plan against hate speech. You already know what it means when an entity like the UN is calling for global censorship to combat hate speech, because it will have everything to do with censoring speech that goes against the political order, and will have absolutely nothing to do with hate speech. With the United Nations planning on rolling out this global censorship effect to combat hate speech, be fully prepared for democratic establishment to get behind the UN campaign to censor. This will have nothing to do with censoring hate speech, and you can guarantee this will be used against those who want to make their nations great again. And I totally agree with that. Here's a little something on James Comey from the Daily Wire. On Thursday, on Fox News, America's Newsroom, former Congressman Jason Chaffetz blasted former FBI Director James Comey after it was alleged that Comey wrote a memo that contained the code names and real names of informants for the FBI and took the memo home with him. Chaffetz snapped. Director Comey was so self-righteous in telling the world that he didn't leak, he did do sneaky things, and that he knew the law better than anyone else. But when the FBI goes to your home and gets memos that reveal evidently confidential and classified information. Fox News host Bill Hammer started the conversation by noting new documents revealing the FBI retrieved several memos, including a secret memo that James Comey drafted the night before the agents arrived. Now we're learning the IG office is going through them to see if any improperly contained classified information. It had to be one-on-one conversation with him. We talked directly about that. He explained to me you cannot summarize classified information, put it in your own handwriting, and then hold it onto it, personally. That's why he was pursuing Hillary Clinton. But it appears he did the very same thing himself. Earlier in the week, we had already gotten a clue that the IG report, when released, will show James Comey was plotting fake information against Trump. So James Comey could build a conspiracy case against Trump to coup Trump. Now we are finding out that James Comey like Hillary Clinton, possess classified information in a non-classified setting. If any member of the U.S. military had classified information in their possession in a non-classified setting, then there would be automatically trouble for that individual. With what's already being hinted at with James Comey, and an earlier hint out of the IG report is this following new reveal showing James Comey had classified information in his possession in a non-classified setting. Sounds like trouble is coming to former FBI director appointed by Obama, James Comey. After federal employee who holds classified information in a non-classified setting is an obvious no-no. This could very likely be related to James Comey leaking information to the media. Well, I think it is. Like, he leaked it right on TV in front of everybody, so I don't know where there isn't a crime there. But I guess the law will take care of that. I certainly hope so.